من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فإن أصدق حديث كلام الله وخير الهدى هدى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. I ask that the brothers come forward as much as they are able to make room for other brothers. And I also remind everyone to keep silent during the period of the khutbah, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. The Shaykh Al-Allama, Shaykh Al-Islam fi zamanina, Shaykh Al-Islam in our time, Abu Abdullah Abdul Aziz bin Baz, rahimahullah, was asked about the following ayah. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Allah will not change the state or condition of a people until they first change that which is within themselves, or till they first change themselves. His answer, he said, this ayah karima, this generous, bounteous ayah azima, is a great verse, shows that Allah tabarak ta'ala وتدل على أن الله تبارك وتعالى بكمال عقله وكمال حكمته لا يغير ما بقوم من خير إلى شر ومن شر إلى خير ومن رخاء إلى شدة ومن شدة إلى رخاء حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. This ayah shows that Allah, in His perfect justice and His perfect wisdom, does not change the condition or state of a people from good, and if they were in a state of good, to evil, or from evil if they were in a state of evil, to good, from ease to hardship, and from hardship to ease, until they change themselves. فَإِذَا كَانُوا فِي الصَّلَاحِ وَاسْتِقَامَةٍ. So if they were righteous people, and they were upright, وَغَيَّرُوا, and then they changed, and if they were righteous, then they became unrighteous. They were grateful, then they became ungrateful. They were upright, and then they became disobedient. غَيْرَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْهِمْ. Allah would change regarding them. بِعُقُوبَات. He would change their situation by sending them punishments. وَنَكَبَات. وَشَدَائِد, and difficulties. وَالْجَدْبُ وَالْقَحْدِ, yani drought and starvation. وَالتَّفَرُّقِ. One of the punishments of Allah, at-tafarruq, that He's separating the people, split, and they have disunity and they can't be together. This is that they change from being righteous to being unrighteous, to being upright to being disobedient. وغير هذا من أنواع عقوبات جزاء وفاقا, and other forms of punishment as a means of chastisement for what they were doing. قال سبحانه, Allah the Exalted stated, وَمَا رَبُّكَ بِظَلَّامٍ لِلْعَبِيدِ. And your Lord is not unjust to the servants. وَقَدْ يَمْهِلُهُمْ. He might leave them for a period of time. وَيُمْلِي لَهُمْ. And give them time. وَسَتُرِجَهُمْ. Pulling them slowly. لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْجِعُونَ. So maybe they will return. ثُمَّ يَأْخِذُونَ عَلَى غُرَّةٍ. Then He'll take them when they least expect it. كما قال سبحانه, as Allah the Exalted stated, فَلَمَّا نَسُوا مَا ذُكِّرُوا بِهِ. When they forgot what they were reminded of, فَتَحْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ أَبْوَابَ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ. We opened the doors for them for everything. إِذَا فَرِحُوا بِمَا أُوتُوا. But when they were happy and rejoicing with what they had received, أَخَذْنَاهُمْ. We took them بَغْتَةً, without them being aware. فَإِذَا هُمْ مُبْلِسُونَ. So then matters for them are unclear. يعني عَيِّسُونَ. They have given up. They have regretted. They have despaired. Min kulli khair, from every good. The Shaykh says, Na'udhu billahi min adhabillah. We seek refuge in Allah from the punishment of Allah. Na'udhu billahi min adhabillah. We seek refuge in Allah from the punishment of Allah. Wa nikmatihi. And His anger and His wrath. وَقَدْ يُؤَجِّلُونَ. Allah could delay the punishment. Come closer, brothers, if you're able to. Allah could delay the punishment. إِلَى يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. To the day of judgment. Give them whatever they desire. Give them whatever they want. Even though they're committing sins. Even though they're being disobedient. Even though they're being ungrateful. Give them. Into Qiyamah. Into Qiyamah. And in Qiyamah, فَيَكُونَ عَذَابُهُمْ أَشَدٍ. Their punishment will be the most severe. كما قال سبحانه, as Allah the Exalted has stated, وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ اللَّهَ غَافِلًا عَمَّا يَعْمَلُ الظَّالِمُونَ. Do not think that Allah is unaware of what the unjust do. إِنَّمَا يَخِّرُهُمْ. But rather He delays them. لِيَوْمًا تَشْخَصُ فِيهِ الْأَبْصَارِ. In the days where eyes will roll. Where the eyes will roll out of fear. وَمَعْنَا أَنَّهُ يُؤَجِّلُونَ. That He delays them for a period of time. As Shaykh bin Baz is saying here. وَيُمْحِلُونَ. Delays them. إِلَى مَا بَعْدَ الْمَوْتِ. After death. And in this world, no punishment for them. In this world, ease for them, rich for them, palaces for them, whatever they might want. On the different levels, of course, in the dunya, some will get this and some will get that, because Allah has made the dunya such, but they won't be punished for their sins, and a great punishment will be waiting for them in the hereafter. وَقَدْ يَكُونُونَ فِي الشَّرِّ. This is the opposite of how Allah changes a people when they change their condition. Changes their state when they change themselves. Better their state when they better themselves. Correct their situation when they correct themselves. The people could be in shar, in evil, in bilaj, tribulation, right? Wal ma'asi, and sins. ثُمَّ يَتُوبُونَ. Then they repent. يَتُوبُونَ إِلَى اللَّهِ. They repent to Allah. وَرَجَعُونَ إِلَيْهِ. And return to Him. وَيَنْدِمُونَ. And feel regret. وَيَسْتَقِيمُونَ عَلَى الطَّاعَةِ. Then they become people who are upright and upon obedience. فَيَغَيِّرُ اللَّهَ مَا بِهِمْ مِنْ بُؤْسٍ. Then so Allah will change the condition that they are in. The state they are in of difficulty. وَالْفِرْقَ, separation. وَالشِّدَّ, harshness. وَالْفَقْرِ, poorness. إِلَّا رِخَاء, to ease. وَالنِّعْمَةِ, blessing. وَالْإِجْتِمَاعِ, gathering together. Ijtima' al-kalima, to be one word, to be one together, to be unified. وَالصَّلَاحِ الْحَالِ, yani making their condition righteous. بِأَسْبَابِ أَعْمَالِهِمْ الطَّيِّبَةِ, because of their good actions. وَتَوْبَتِهِمْ إِلَى اللَّهِ, because of repentance to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's come in another ayah. ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّ اللَّهَ لَمْ يَكُونْ مُغَيِّرًا نِعْمَةً أَنْعَمَهَا عَلَى قَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. That is because Allah won't take away or won't change a blessing that He was giving to a people until the people change themselves. فَهَذِهِ آيَةٌ تَبَيَّنَ لَنَا. This ayah explains to us, إِذَا كَانُوا فِي النِّعْمَةِ, if we're in a blessing, وَالرِّخَاء, in ease, وَخَيْرٍ, in good, ثُمَّ غَيَّرُوا, then we change, بِالْمَعَاصِي, by committing sins, then Allah will change our condition. وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ. And Allah could delay us, could hold off on His wrath. Like we said before, as He said, كَمَا تَقَدَّمْ. Similarly, so that you understand the ayah from both facets, from both aspects. If they were fisul and evil, were ma'asi, in ma'asi, sins, or kufr, disbelief, or dalal, or going astray, thumma tabu, then they repent, wa nadamu, and feel regret, وَاسْتَقَامُوا, and be upon obedience. استقاموا على طاعة الله, upon obedience to Allah. غَيَّرَ اللَّهُ حَالَهُمْ, Allah will change their status. مِنْ حَالَةِ سَيِّئَةٍ, from an evil status, إِلَى حَالَةِ الْحَسَنَةِ, to a good status. غَيَّرَ تَفَرَّقُهُمْ, their separation will be changed. إِلَى اجْتِمَاعٍ, to having unity. وَغَيَّرَ شِدَّتُهُمْ, their harshness will be changed. إِلَى نِعْمَةٍ, to blessing. وَالْعَافِيَةِ, good situation. وَرِخَاءٍ, and ease. وَغَيْرَ حَالَهُمْ, and their situation of drought or starvation or whatever. وَقِيلَةِ الْمِيَاهِ, and not having enough water. He will change it by إِنزَالِ الْغَيْثِ, by sending rain from the heavens. وَنَبَاتِ الْأَرْضِ, by bringing vegetation from the earth, and other means of khayr. So the ayah from Surah is to be understood both ways. You change to khayr, Allah will change your condition to better. You change for evil, Allah will change our situation to evil. هذا وصلى الله على نبينا محمد. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah. Now, having said that, I continue with what I wanted to say. Khutbat al-Eid, but utlub al-ilm, seeking knowledge. Now that we know that if we change our circumstances to good, that Allah will change matters and make our situation better, then we should have iqbal now. Now that we know this, we should have a focus on doing that which is good. We said that the seeking of knowledge is obligatory. Imam Bukhari brings it in his Sahih, even though he brings it in mu'allaq form. Talab al-ilm, seeking knowledge, faridatan, is an obligation. Ala kulli Muslim wa Muslima, upon every Muslim man and every Muslim woman. Man yuridullah bihi khayr, يفقهه في الدين. The one who Allah wants good for, He gives him understanding of deen. And the opposite is true. That he who Allah wants evil for and does not want good for, He does not grant that person understanding of deen. One of the things that you find in Quran, matter of fact, the only thing you find in the Quran, and you find the Prophet ﷺ asking an increase of his knowledge. In Surah Taha, وَقُلْ رَبِّ زِدْنِي عِلْمًا, and say, oh my Lord, increase me in knowledge. وَقُلْ رَبِّ زِدْنِي عِلْمًا, and oh my Lord, increase me in knowledge. وَقَالَ تَعَالَى قُلْ هَلْ يَسْتَوِي الَّذِينَ يَعْلَمُونَ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ, are they equal? Those who know and those who don't know, they're not equal. The one who knows is like the one with basira, eyesight and clarity. He walks up on guidance. He knows where to step and when to step and how to step. The one who is in jahl, upon ignorance, he's like in dhulumat, in darkness, like an a'ma, blind. He doesn't know where to step or when to step or how to step. He cannot guide himself. He will trip. He will fall. If he tries to do anything, he will injure himself. لا يستوي. They're not equal. يرفع الله الذين آمنوا منكم والذين أوتوا العلم درجات. Allah will raise those of you who believe and those who have knowledge upon high levels. درجات. وقال تعالى إنما يخشى الله من عباده العلماء. Verily those who truly fear Allah are the scholars, those who have knowledge of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. And this is something that we can understand. That when we didn't have knowledge of Allah, we were able to do all types of horrible, animalistic, shaitanic things. But once knowledge of Allah came, and it had an effect upon our hearts, we're not able to have that or go into that behavior again. This is knowledge. Al-ilm. Knowledge brought you today to Jum'ah because you know it's obligatory. Because you know it's something which pleases Allah Ta'ala. Because you know this and other about it. What if he had no knowledge about this matter? What if he was ignorant about this matter? So if knowledge brought you here today, why have you stopped seeking knowledge? Why have you given up on the source or the means of you achieving guidance after Allah Ta'ala, and there was the knowledge that Allah Ta'ala sent down? And Ibn Mas'ud radiyallahu anhu قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا حسر إلا في اثنتين. There's no envy except in two matters. ورجل أتاه الله مالا فسلطه على حركته في الحق. A man who Allah gives wealth and he spends it in the path of Allah, spends it upon truth. ورجل أتاه الله الحكمة. And a man who Allah gives wisdom. And in some narrations Quran. And in some narrations knowledge. فهو يقضي بها ويعلمها. And he judges by this knowledge and he teaches this knowledge. العلم. العلم. If we had knowledge, our households would be better. If we had knowledge, our connection to Allah Ta'ala would be stronger. With knowledge, we know how to have a marriage. ايش الأحكام؟ ما هو أحكام النكاح? What are the rules and regulations of marriage? ما هو حق الزوجة? What is the right of the wife? وما هو حق الزوج? What is the right of the husband? Knowledge. العلم. Do our women know the ahkam? Do they know the legislation? Do they know, for instance, that there's a fatwa of Sheikh bin Baz and the Lajna Diamond and others who say that high heels is something forbidden for them to wear? Do they know that it's forbidden for them to have weaves? Do they know that it's forbidden for them to have wigs up on their heads? Do they know that they cannot use nail polish if they intend to make wudu? Do they know any of these issues that we have mentioned? Do they know how to recognize the beginning of menses and the end of menses? That there is in fact a white discharge which tells them when menses ends, that most women have. Do they know any of these issues? And regarding men, do the men know what are their rights and what are they supposed to do? Some of us are overburdening ourselves with things and issues and matters that don't concern us, like the children we had out of wedlock. Some of us want to spin upon them and have a father relationship with them, and there is to be no relation there because there is no connection there. There was not a civil, Christian, or any other type of marriage that took place when that child was conceived, so there's no connection between you and that child. And even if you would have to pay child support due to the legislation of this country, Islamically you have nothing to do with that child, and that child has nothing to do with you, and you cannot inherit from him or her, and she cannot inherit from you, and like this. Knowledge makes things easy. Knowledge makes things easy. They have a term they call technology. Technology is that which makes things easy. And the ilm makes things easy. With the ilm you can develop things that make things easy. Things that would have took hours to do centuries ago now take a minute based upon knowledge. This is knowledge of the dunya, so what about knowledge of Allah? Knowledge of His Messenger, knowledge of the statements of the Sahaba. Where are we at regarding circles of knowledge? Have you went through Usul al-Thalatha? Not by yourself, not just reading, but an explanation given by the scholars. Have anyone went through Kitab al-Tawheed from cover to cover? Haqqullahi ala abid, this monument to work. Have you went through Sahih Bukhari? Have you went through Sahih Muslim? Have you even went through the Arba'in al-Nawawi, the 40 Hadith al-Nawawi, with a scholarly explanation of it? Al-ilm. Knowledge. There's too much ignorance. There's too much foolishness. There's too much frivolity. There's too many games. It is time to seek knowledge and humble oneself and learn. No matter how much gray in your beard. For the companions of the Prophet ﷺ learned knowledge what? When they were elders. When did the deen come to them? 40, 50, 60, like this. They were in their 40s, late 50s and 60s when deen came to them. That did not stop them from sitting in the circles and learning the deen of Allah wa ta'ala. The person who is too arrogant to sit will not benefit. Two people won't learn. Al-Mustahi, the one who's shy, modest when it comes to the deen, too modest to ask, too modest to sit, too modest to learn, and the person who mustakbir, arrogant. I have enough. Well, I don't need to sit there. I'll listen to the tape. I'll get off the internet. Or I'll read a book. There are barakat and ni'mah and various hasanat that are provided by sitting in the circles and only come to you by sitting in the circles of ilm. And this is the way the Prophet ﷺ and the Sahaba were doing it. And as we indicated before, as I said and stated, we have brothers willing to teach tajweed. We have brothers teaching Arabic. We have brothers who teach the sifat al-salat, the description of the prayer of the Prophet ﷺ. Sifat al-wudu, the description of the wudu of the Prophet ﷺ. We are in need of this. Hajatun masa. We're in need of this. And as we said, our program from the masjid, Masjid Rahmah, is a program of tarbiyah wa tasfiyah. A program of removing all the false concepts by seeking the help and aid and explanation of the scholars that have been attributed to Islam and have marked the beauty of Islam, and raising and cultivating the people. Ourselves first and the people. Our families first and the people upon kitab and sunnah and the way to salaf salih. We want the da'wah to go bi khudu, quietly. We don't want no da'da, no foolishness, no loudness. We're not here for fame. We're not here for fortune. We're not here for gain. It is quietly. And it is not a harakah. It's not a movement. It's step by step degradation. From usul al-thalatha to kitab al-tawheed to kaf shubahat to qawaid al-arba to tafsir ibn kathir to tafsir al-tabari to sahih bukhari to sahih muslim to the minhaj to this to that to adab to other. All the beautiful facets of the deen. Bihudu. Calmly. We're not in a rush. That's the problem. We've been in a rush. Slow down. Take a step back. Check yourself. Learn it from the beginning. Master it well. Have a solid foundation. We're into building men, real men, into building women, real women. We're not into games. We're not into games. We don't call to anyone to come to this masjid and leave any other masjid. We call to the sunnah and we relate to you that the scholars say, be with those upon the sunnah. Now do what you will. The inheritors of the prophet say this. Now do what you will. Bin Baz said this. Albani said this. Ibn Taymiyyah said this. Muqbil said this. Ahmed Najmi says this. Zayd Madkhali says this. Salih Fawzan says this. Now do what you will. Sheikh Rabi said this. Luhaydan said this. This one said this and this and this. Now do what you will. Al-Bayan. Explanation. Not force. Not force. We're not in need of numbers. Numbers are a problem. But when the numbers come, questions come, and the greater responsibility comes. And the da'wah is based up on quality, not quantity. Quality, not quantity. 313 Sahaba against the 5. And they overcame them. Hunayn, the Muslims were many, but were astonished by their numbers, and they lost. We want quality. We want mukhliseen. People who are sincere to Allah, Tabarak Ta'ala. Who people have sold their souls and their selves and their property to Allah for the sake of the Jannah. We don't want those who want to brag, who want to boast, those who want to stand on the shoulders of others, those who only have any type of value to themselves when they're exposing, putting down others. This is not our way. Masjid Rahmah is about rahmah, about mercy. And the mercy comes through learning kitab and sunnah and the way of salaf salih. The mercy comes through learning the proper adab. We don't have adab. It's not like we were taught it coming up. We don't have proper adab. And the only way we're going to learn proper adab is in sitting in the lessons, sitting in the circles, and learning what adab is, and then putting that into action. Ilm wal amal together. Al-ilm wal amal ma'a ba'd together. لا نريد واحد بدون الثاني. You don't want one without the other. لا نريد واحد بدون الآخر. We don't just want ilm, people who have knowledge and don't act upon nothing. And we don't want people who worship Allah Ta'ala and give da'wah and connect and collect themselves and gather together upon ignorance. That doesn't benefit anyone. As a matter of fact, they corrupt more than they correct. They corrupt through ignorance more than they correct. And they become the vehicle, the source of corruption, even though they're too ignorant to see that. Knowledge and action. Al-ilm wal-amal. That means we have to make a sacrifice. Throughout our busy week, we have to say, wait a minute, I have to have some type of dust. Some type of muhadara. Sit in something. Take notes of something. You can't get it all from tapes. You may misunderstand something. The circle you can ask. Can't get it all off the internet. Some of the information is factual and correct, and some of it is mistaken. So what do? You can't get it all from books, you may misunderstand. We come together, and if we don't understand something, one of the pivotal issues of this masjid is to refer to the scholars. And not only to refer to them, but to listen to them when they say something. To listen to them when they say something. And that means in this masjid, if suddenly Sheikh Rabi says Abu-Uwais is off of it, Abu-Uwais is on dalala, then the shura of this masjid know Abu-Uwais is gone. Because it's not about Abu-Uwais. And it's not about any individual. It's about the deen. And it's about the da'wah. Came here for the deen, did we not? And for the da'wah. Didn't come from the Midwest for nothing else. Don't know the vast majority of you. Just to be Muslim, alhamdulillah, mashallah, assalamu alaikum, kayf halik, mashi hal. Deen is what gathers us together. We need quality men, quality women. We're not going to get that. We're not going to be able to forever say to our women, shut up, be quiet, a lecture's going on. No, there has to be a light that turns on. Some type of effect upon the heart that makes that sister say, knowledge is more important than what I'm talking about. Let me shut up and listen. That's through education. It don't come no other way. When they want to implement the deen, all this khula stuff, when they understand that they ask for a khula without a good reason, that the Prophet ﷺ described those women as munafiqat in some ahadith. When they understand that type of matter, they won't do that. When they understand the haqq al-zawj is ta'ah, obedience, they will act upon it. And when the zawj understands, the husband understands that Allah is watching him and his treatment of those he's responsible for, he'll get his act together. It's a light in the heart. That's what they said about ilm. Nurun al-ilm. It's a bikafrat al-riwayah. Knowledge is not by a lot of narrations. Knowledge is not by having 10 jins that you can recite and don't understand one word of it. Knowledge, nurun, light, that Allah throws in the heart of the servant. That makes that servant act as he's supposed to act regarding obedience to Allah Ta'ala and His Messenger. It's a nur. It's a light. So this is something that must be understood. Utlub al-ilm. Utlub al-ilm. And there are fitan that are coming our way. And there's no isma, no safety, except Allah and then knowledge. Like the one who will witness a Dajjal, the young man, who will recognize Dajjal by what? By the knowledge that he had regarding him. the narrations that told of his qualities and how he looked and so on and so forth. That will save him. While others who never read the ahadith of Dajjal and may not know what I'm referring to right now will not be saved. How can you be saved? How can you avoid something you're unaware of? The poet said, "Araftu shar, la li shar." I learned evil, or what evil was, not for evil's sake, but to avoid it. Because the one who doesn't know good from evil falls into evil. You have to have a furqan. Before knowledge, did you know what a hizbi was? Before knowledge, did you know what a mubtadi was, innovator? Before knowledge, did you know what the sunnah was? And a supporter of the sunnah. Knowledge is what got us where we're at. And if we take it and continue to seek it, we will, inshallah ta'ala, be of benefit. Or get great benefit. And it will benefit us in this life and the after. In closing, Masjid Rahma's mawqif, min what's happening in the waqi', the reality, the present day, current affairs. We see Saddam Hussein as a kafir, a disbeliever, a ba'athi, who Sheikh bin Baz, and no one has cursed Allah and blasphemed Allah more than them. So we see this as a kafir talking about hitting a kafir, talking about doing something to a kafir. Those who we feel something for are our Iraqi brothers and sisters and our Kurdish brothers and sisters, and we hope no harm will come to them, and we ask that Allah Ta'ala will protect them. Osama bin Laden. We see him as a deviant, Khariji, who sabba ulama'ina. He cursed our scholars. Risala wrote a letter declaring bin Baz or indicating bin Baz as a kafir. Long time ago, 7, 8, 9 years ago this was known. Before anything ever happened on the Western Shore or in this society, it was known that Osama bin Laden was taking secret bay'ah and all this type of madness, and the scholars were warning against him. So we have nothing to do with him. Nor those who say that if you cut open the chest of a Muslim, you'll find a picture of Osama bin Laden. We say first and foremost, pictures is haram. We say that if you cut this chest open, you got a problem. We have a hatred for this man and for the harm that he has caused to the Muslims. This is the mawqif. Is this mawqif something that I decided yesterday and said, yeah, let me say that? No, we called the talab al-ilm, the students of knowledge and the scholars, and they conveyed to us the information from the scholars, and that's where we took our stance for. Not based upon taqleed, blind following, but based upon the evidences that we had. But if we had to make taqleed, I tell you it's better to make it with a scholar than some fool walking around here. Understand al-ilm, knowledge, huwa an-najah, is the success. Knowledge will correct us. Knowledge will have us where our relations and our mu'amalat, our transactions are better. We have brothers involved in all types of business ventures. They don't know if it's halal or haram. They don't know if it's interest. They don't know if it's non-interest. They don't know if the Prophet Islam allowed or didn't allow it. They never read any of the sections of fiqh dealing with mu'amalat and business transactions. Yet he's a Muslim businessman. How? Okay. You never read it and studied it. Never sat in one circle to understand the various business practices that are forbidden versus the business practices that are allowed. How? Brothers who walked into polygyny and never sat in a circle understanding what they had to do to get that correct. Never understood the basic matter. And in qabl qawl wal amal, knowledge before every action or deed. And before you walked into that issue, you should have made sure that you're just and you're upright and you have the ability to understand how to treat those sisters under your care. What was their right? What was your right? So that everybody was upon clarity. And now the foolishness that's going on and the civil war that's going on in your house would never have happened. Al-ilm, knowledge. And there's several areas we could talk about, but we're on a limited time. Master Rahmah don't need you. Believe it. Master Rahmah wants you. Why? None of you truly believes until he wants for his brother of khair, of good, what he wants for himself. Go to any masjid in the dunya if you want. But this masjid, inshaAllah ta'ala, we are trying. We're not perfect. We are trying. We have faults and mistakes. We're not tripping. We know we got faults and mistakes. We know we got issues we need to clear up. We know we got things we got to do. But we're trying. We're not saying this is the way we do it and nobody do it like us. We're saying we're trying to do it like the Salaf as-Salih. And that we are miskin. And we are weak. And we sometimes follow our desires. And we sometimes fall in and fall out. But we're trying to hold upon the rope of Allah Ta'ala contained in the book of Allah and the Sunnah of the Messenger of Allah upon the methodology of Salih. And we are connecting ourselves to the inheritors of the prophets. The inheritors of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the ulama. And we know who they are. And no one is going to, inshallah ta'ala, trick us and deceive us and make the sun unclear to us. هل تخفى القمر? هل تخفى القمر? Can the moon be made obscure? The scholars have been compared to that moon. If you don't know them, something wrong with you. If you got doubt, it's your problem. It's not clear because you're not striving. Look at yourself, don't look at nobody else. So this is the issue. Utlub al-ilm. Seek knowledge. Seek knowledge. And I'm sure that will be better, inshallah, than us. Bismillah. Right now there's a brother who's neglectful and forgetful and who didn't study anything. And in the dunya, doing his thing. But if the guidance of Allah hits his heart, he may be the Umar ibn Khattab in this time. Our hope in Allah never diminishes. Our hope in Allah lets us know that this ummah, as the Prophet said, like rain. You don't know if the first part is better or the last part of the rain is better. We understand that there are going to be some men like Abu Bakr Sadiq. Yes, in this time. There are going to be some men like Umar ibn Khattab and Uthman ibn Affan. Yes, and Khalid ibn Walid. You think he was the last sword of Allah? Why you out your mind? There's going to be a Hafsa and a Aisha, a Faqiha who knows fiqh. There's going to be that. The thing is, it's going to be from us. We have high hope in Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Our hope in Allah does not diminish. Our hope in ourselves and our very existence will diminish before our hope in Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala will diminish. And Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala knows best. هذا وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم وأقيموا الصلاة.